Hey, in today's video, I'm talking about that Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account that you contribute after tax dollars to. That means you pay the taxes on it now so that your investment grows tax-free and you can withdraw it tax-free in retirement. For 2020 and 2021, the contribution limit is $6,000, $7,000 if you're 50 or older. So today I'm going to give you an update on my Schwab Roth IRA. See this video to learn why I decided to go with Schwab. And to add to that, I wanted to invest with a company I was familiar with and in index funds with low to no fees, low expense ratio, historical gains that I could track. And Schwab was just a great fit for me. So on January 10th, I opened my Roth IRA with Schwab. It was pretty easy. I think they even boast that you can get it done in 15 minutes. It took no time. If you're interested in opening an account with Schwab, use my referral link in the description. No pressure whatsoever, but if you use that referral link, you can earn up to $500 by opening a new account. So I opened my Roth, linked my account, and right away transferred $750. As soon as that amount became available in my Roth IRA, I traded with it or bought index fund shares. I'm reinvesting my dividends, all that good stuff. Around the 20th of the month, I contributed $400 and bought more shares. And then around the 27th of the month, contributed $700 and bought more shares. So this is just one tip that I want to make sure everybody's aware of. Of course, you can have a Roth IRA and contribute money to it, and that's okay, I guess, but you'll want to be trading in the stock market with it. You want to make sure you're not just contributing to your Roth IRA, but you'll want to make sure that you're actually investing, you're buying shares of something with the money that you're contributing to your Roth IRA. So if you're unfamiliar with that step, educate yourself on making sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck, that you're not just putting money into a Roth IRA, but that you're actually trading with that money. Just in case you didn't know. So I'm really happy with the progress that I made so far, and this did not come without a plan. At the end of last year, as I was getting my goals together for this year, I didn't want to go into this year blindly. I had so many goals in mind that I said, okay, if I'm going to max out my 2020 Roth IRA, and I hadn't even opened it yet, knowing I was going to open it in 2021 and then also try to max it out before the tax deadline, I needed to come up with a plan. So I came up with a quick Excel tracker, nothing big, to map out my ability to max out my 2020 Roth IRA within 14 weeks and 6 days. So here's what I came up with. Okay, so what I have here is my Excel tracker and my plan to deposit $6,000 into that Roth IRA in 4 months by the tax deadline. And so what I've listed out here is weeks 1 through 7, 8 through 14 here. And I have varied amounts per week within about $50 of one another. I created a different tracker for 2 payments a week. I'd also created something that was looking at more even amounts. But I kind of like this one because even if I started out and I wanted to kind of work my way up to it, I could do that. Or I could start with the higher contributions and make those first. I can work in this order or that order, whichever I decide. But in my mind, I plan to knock out the larger amounts early on so it would get easier over time. So let me just walk you through this so you can see what I have here. Over here, just the first of the year and then up to yesterday's date. Just putting yesterday's date in there, and then the tax day, that's 104 days to deposit $6,000. Okay, down here, the current balance is a sum of these columns and fields. And then, so this is the balance currently, but I am going to update this in just a bit. And then $6,000 is the goal. Now down here is one of my favorite things. I've taken that $6,000 and divided it by that 104 to give me $57.69 a day. And then how many days have passed so far? So 34 days have passed so far. At this point, if I had contributed $57.69 a day for those 34 days, I should have this balance. And if this is the balance I have, this is the difference. So this just gives me an opportunity to see, am I ahead? Am I behind? Let's see. So I'm going to make a couple updates. So I mentioned that when I opened the account, I contributed $750. and then around the 20th, 400, and then around the 27th, 700. Okay, you can see some things moving down here. And then this week I contributed $1,250. So I'm going to add the $650 there and the $600 here. And nice. So my current balance in my Roth IRA is $3,100. And that's against a target at this point of $1,961.54 down here. And so I am ahead $1,138.46, and that feels great. So some of my payments are not going to be as neat as these, but this tracker does give me just more insight into taking bite-sized pieces if I need to, knowing what I'm working with as far as the time frame goes, all of that good stuff, and I'm digging it. So as I said, I really like that tracker. I like charting progress. I like making sure I'm on the right path, make sure I'm getting things done timely, and that one definitely does it for me. But I also like to have something nice to look at. And in the past, for my debt-free journey, I would make my own trackers. Sometimes I'll use others' trackers. Either way, I like something nice and colorful to maybe hang on the fridge, maybe put up in my home office. So when I'm at work, I'm sitting there like, this is the reason. The Roth IRA is something I'll be doing from here on out, so I'm sure I'll have different trackers. And I actually saw another tracker I might use at the end of the year when I'm funding my 2021 Roth IRA. But for this first one, I'm going with the tried and true Debt-Free Charts Roth IRA. It's really easy to get if you want one for yourself. You just go to the website, of course I'll link it below, and pick out what you want. What I love about her website is that most of the debt-free charts are actually free. It's really a gift. I think it's very considerate to not charge for the debt-free charts. So I'm more than happy to pay for the Roth IRA charts. Now I did sign up for the newsletter, and by doing that I received a coupon code, which I did apply to this order. These are already pretty inexpensive. I didn't want to pay a lot for a tracker for this first one that I'm going to try to get knocked out as soon as possible, but I did want something visual to remind me of the progress that I'm making. And so I landed on these charts. You get 2 different designs. I'm very familiar with this. I use this for my debt-free chart, and I'm really excited to color these in. So yeah, y'all, baby step 4 already. I'm working up to that 15% of my income. I'm just throwing as much as I can at this 2020 Roth so that hopefully maybe I'll have like a couple weeks in between finishing this and the tax deadline to contribute a little extra to my 2020 HSA. That is the goal, but I am so excited about the progress already made. I'm hoping to share more of this process with you, more of these details, but work, child. But it's okay. Let me know in the comments, do you have a Roth IRA? Have you maxed out your 2020 Roth yet? Child, I'm trying to get where you are. Or have you maxed out your 2020 HSA? Let me know in the comments so I can know if I'm in the midst of ballers up in here. I guess people don't really say ballers anymore. Well, certainly somewhere they do. Well, anyway, let me know in the comments how your saving, debt freedom, your investments are coming along. Y'all, we are making big moves. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.